Hello everyone, I welcome you all on this YouTube channel UPSC Logi, and here myself Rahul, and we are going to cover The Hindu Delhi edition dated 2nd December 2020, and we are covering The Hindu for your public administration optional for UPSC Civil Services examination. So if you are new to this channel, you can like, share and subscribe, and apart from that, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to download the magazine of this current affairs for public administration optional, that is PubEdpedia current affairs magazine. The link for the same is given in the description box. You can also take the subscription of the magazine from the October month itself, and the magazines of July, August and September is also there in the market, and you can download them. And let's get started with The Hindu dated 2nd December, and we are going to link the current affairs with the thinkers and the theories of public administration, and which all are the current affairs that you have to cover for your PubEd optional. Okay, so let's begin with today's analysis. So if you just scroll down over here to find out the important news articles for your examination. So first of all, this article you have to refer GST inflows top rupee 1 lakh crore for second month in a row. So this is important for your financial administration and financial management of paper 1 and paper 2 respectively, because these are the things that are important insofar as the, you can say, the kind of economic condition of the country is concerned. So this is the simple thing. Apart from that, there are the same articles that we keep on covering. So you can just this farmer protest is going on, and there are news articles like here: Shaheen Bagh's Dadi Bilkis not allowed to join the farmers protest, Bhim army chief joins farmers protest. Okay, so somebody is joining, somebody is unable to join. So you can just understand the protest. And in the previous month we have covered the Supreme Court judgment on the Shaheen Bagh case as well, means whether the people are allowed to block the road or something like that. So in that, Supreme Court give the judgment as well. So these things are in the news, so you have to refer these things, that what is going on, what are the rights, because these things are under the philosophical framework of the constitution and the government of India. So just try to read these things out as well. And apart from that, if you keep scrolling, you will find some more articles. So just bear with me, and if you just scroll down further, there are no articles. Yes, here you can see one more article, the last straw. This is the most important article in today's The Hindu, both for GS and PubEd, you can say. So the last straw is being further disabled. So this is very important. The reason being that it is talking about the prison administration. It is talking about a specific contour of that prison administration. So let me bring the ideas over here in the whiteboard. Okay, so just 1 second guys, and we will cover this thing in a detailed manner. So here we goes. First of all, the article, the context of the article. If you just try to understand the context of the article, you have to you must be knowing about this thing. There is one father Swami. He was in he is under trial. Okay, trial is going on, and this case some case is there. So there is no need to read or remember all these things. Just remember, trial is going on, and he is suffering from one disease, neurological disorder, Parkinson disease or something like that. So he basically he wanted this sipper and straw. Okay, so something like that, means some demand is there, and authorities were not prison authorities were, you can say, they did not allow those demands, and this was the context. And later on the case goes on, and then you can say the kind of the prison authority then amid pressure they allowed this thing. Okay, so there is a context, and the thing is that here he is suffering from a particular neurological disorder. So that disorder can be linked with disability, and that disability in prisoner. Okay, in prisoner is suffering from a particular disability. Okay, although it is not correct to say prisoner because he is under trial itself. Okay, not even prosecuted. Okay, so basically the thing is disability is there, and prison with disability, the person with disability you must be knowing about, but here we are dealing with prisoner with disability, and that prisoner with disability will lead you to public administration paper 2, law and order administration, and there is topic called criminal justice system. Criminal justice system can be classified into different categories, like courts are there, jail is there, police is there, and the prosecution process is there. So these are the 4-5 components of criminal justice system. Jail is important component, and under jail we are dealing with prisoners, and prisoners with disability is the topic of the day. I hope you are getting this point. Okay, so the article is about this, and basically here the article is talking about some dimensions. So you have to understand that what are the, you can say, national laws and international and national laws insofar as the prisoners with disabilities are concerned, because they have the human rights as well. Okay, so these are the things, and this is something that you should understand. In the previous analysis as well, I talk about Jeremy Bentham's Dock's law. Dock's law is one of the thing. Dog law says that don't, let's say a person is there who commits some crime or something like that, don't treat that person like a dog. Okay, for example, when it comes to dog, let's say this is the dog. Okay, whatever, this is the dog, let's say. So dog is there. I am not good in drawing, so that's why kindly bear with me. So let's say this is the dog, and when this dog do some wrong things, okay, like let's say any wrong thing, like your dog is playing with the street dogs or something like that, or anything, like for example, a guest came to your house, and your dog is you can say barking on them. So you will just, you can say, you will show the kind of threat to this dog. You might beat. Okay, so don't think that I am against this animal rights or something like that, but just a common thing I am talking about, that let's say the person is very rude. Okay, so what that person will do, the person will beat that dog. That means the kind of threat they will show. So ultimately the dog, every time the dog barks on a stranger, you beat that dog. Automatically the dog, you create a threat in front of that dog, and automatically after few days there will be a kind of theory of social influence and persuasion of ethics GS4, and that dog will come to know that if I means there is a kind of you must be knowing about that technique of social, that persuasion technique, in which the dog will realize barking on stranger, barking on the guest is equal to, or means ratio, or is equal to, means there will be a kind of barking means beating. Okay, I will be beated or something like that. So that's how the dog will understand this kind of analogy. Okay, and that's how the dog will stop barking. Similarly, when it comes to criminal justice system, we try, rather than rehabilitation, we try to create a kind of retributory system, in which we try to give the punishment, and that punishment will end up in the, you can say, in more deterioration in the values and the other things of the prisoners. Okay, because we try to beat, and this is a problem of our this prison administration. The corrective administration should be there. Correctional administration should be there rather than retribution. जो बदले की भावनाओं से होता है ना सारा चीज़ें, उससे काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम आते हैं. So this is not the topic of the day. Today we are going to discuss only disability context. In disability context, you have to understand the article specifically is talking about different dimensions of national, international laws. Okay, so article is talking about different laws with respect to prisoners with disability, what are their rights and how they should be treated, and in that context it talks about international law. So when it comes to international laws, it talks about first of all, in general it is talking about UN convention on person with UN convention on rights of person with disability, UN CRPD. So it talks about CRPD, means in general. We are not talking about prisoners as such, but if you consider this if you just understand disabled, so that's why in disabled, for disabled in general, there is a UN convention on rights, UN convention for the rights of person with disability, CRPD, just remember. So it talks about the human rights of the disabled person, their equality rights, their freedom rights and all the things. So article is talking about in general what are the rights for these kind of in these person with disabilities. Apart from that, in particular when it comes to this international thing, so in particular if you talk about, there are Nelson Mandela's rules. Okay, Nelson Mandela's rules. So article is talking about these rules, means these are the rules of United Nations, and means these are the minimum standards that should be there when it comes to prisoners. Okay, so that's how the article is talking about these Nelson Mandela's rules, and these rules are there. Then when it comes to national thing, so you must be knowing about the Rights of Person with Disabilities Act 2016. So this act is also there, which talks about many things, like it talks about you can say horizontal reservation is there in you can say education and in employment, and apart from that there are many other things like accessibility and all the other things. So we are not going into it, but yes, these rights are recognized. Similarly, under national, apart from legal rights, if you read the Constitution of India, it talks about Article 14, it talks about Article 21. So again, these are the things that writer is talking about. So ultimately writer is saying that both at national and international level we have the laws to provide the right to equality. We have the laws of you can say proper treatment, means human right laws are there, rights with person with disabilities are there, both in general manner as well as in the specific context. So that's why these things needs to be taken care of. Apart from that, why writer is further criticizing, first of all, the person is suffering from disability, neurological disorder, and the person is not getting these kind of things, the kind of support the person is not getting. Okay, so this is the problem. Apart from that, the thing is that person is not even prosecuted, the person is under trial. This is the second, you can say, blow to our criminal justice system, that okay, you are not giving the kind of you can say requirement, you are not fulfilling the requirement of that person, and to some extent, okay, let's assume that okay, we are basically, this is the part of the punishment. But why punishment if the person is in under trial? Under trial basically means, because our system have the presumption that a person is innocent until found guilty. So as of now the person is not guilty, but ultimately the person is suffering from the punishment like this. Okay, so I hope you are getting, and the article is talking about both these aspects, under trial aspect and the rights of person with disability. At the conclusion, the writer is giving very good conclusion. Writer has quoted a book called this Just Mercy. There is a book called Just Mercy, and this book is being written by one person. You have to read and remember this name. And this writer, this you can say, this book is in conclusion, writer is saying that this book said this thing, that society's character is not identified. You cannot measure the character of the society by measuring that how the society is treating the person with power, privilege, or you can say the person who have the power, money, and who are respected. But the ultimate character, the real character of the society, the commitment to justice, the commitment to equality, the commitment to the values and all, those things can be measured by understanding that the characteristic, by understanding the fact that how the society is treating the people who are poor, the people who are underprivileged, the people who do not have proper, you can say, who are vulnerable. Okay, so society's character is being analyzed by this, and the people who are condemned, the people who are prosecuted or something like that. So society's character, you can measure the society's character by understanding that how they are treating those people, those vulnerable people, those people who are at the bottom of the table. So that's how you have to use this thing. Even Mahatma Gandhi's talisman, the writer is not talking about Mahatma Gandhi's talisman, but that Mahatma Gandhi's talisman you can use in this context, that ultimately it's all about these kind of behavior, and basically you have to code this thing to get that extra mark when it comes to your examination. I'm going to copy and paste this specific book and this specific quote in the magazine as well. As such, the reason being that it will give you that extra effort, it will give you that extra content that you can write in the answers with respect to criminal justice system. I hope you are getting my point. I hope you must be understanding that why I am telling all these things. So here at the end, if you read here, you can see the in his excellent this memoir, Justice, Just Mercy, a story of justice and redemption. Okay, this person, Brian Stevenson, writes that the true measure of the society's commitment to justice, rule of law, fairness and equality cannot be measured by how it treats the rich, the powerful, the privileged and the respected, but that the true measure of a society character is how they treat the poor, the disfavored, the accused, the carcerated and the condemned. So you can use this thing because here it is talking about accused. Okay, so you can use in your law and order administration, whether a question is there with respect to correctional administration, the kind of human rights in the administration, human rights in the prisons. Okay, in all those contexts you can code this thing as such directly in your conclusion, in order to give the examiner that impression that you are very familiar, you have studied a lot. Okay, I hope you are getting, and in the magazine I am going to cover this thing for sure. Okay, so this is all about this particular article, and if you just scroll down, there are no such more article. Here you can use this data point for your answer analysis and all, because it is talking about erosion of democracy on a decline. The map, basically, if you just zoom in and if you just read it out as well, so just go through it. In India, the quality of democracy decreased, and in the last decade, according to Democracy Report 2020. So this Democracy Report 2020 prepared by VDEM Institute. You can mention these things and you can use these analysis and in these things in your public administration paper 2, philosophical framework of the Constitution. Okay, so I hope you are getting. So here the map is depicting, and you cannot use map as such, but yes, you can use the data and all, you can use the kind of things as per your creativity. Okay, I hope you are getting. And apart from that, if you just scroll down further, one more article is there, no universal. This article you should remember and you should read. So here the government secretary, he is basically clarifying this thing, that the government is not in the mood of universal vaccination plan. Okay, so this is relevant for your public administration paper 2, plan and priorities unit. Okay, so basically the government is not in the mood, or the capacity is not there, no. So that's why the government is clarifying, the secretary of health and family welfare ministry, he is clarifying this thing, that the government is not going to do the universal vaccination. Basically when vaccine will arrive, the focus will be on the vulnerable section, the critical section, the section which are basically become which are, you can say, which are in the vulnerable hotspot or something like that. Okay, because ultimately if we are able to break the chain of transmission, then automatically it will be the kind of solution. So that's why no universal COVID-19 vaccination plan, and this is the only reason I hope you are getting, because ultimately if we break the chain, and then there is no need to vaccinate each and everyone. This is something that the government is clarifying, or the secretary is clarifying, and you should read this thing for your examination. I hope you are getting. This is it for the day, and thank you so much.